So, what exactly is IQ? What does it even mean? How can we apply IQ to our everyday life? Is it even applicable to our everyday life? How can we boost our IQ? And how can we even interpret our IQ scores? Now, these are the questions that will be answered on the course of this video, and I hope that you will stay tuned to get enlightened on the topic. Now, my name is Miracle, and you're welcome to my channel. And this channel is actually designed to educate and enlighten ourselves. So stay tuned. Now let's start. What does IQ mean? IQ actually stands for the term intelligence quotient. It was coined from the German word intelligence quotient by German psychologist William Stern. Now, what does IQ actually mean? What is it all about? IQ is a standardized test that is designed to assess human intelligence. It is designed to assess logical reasoning, lateral thinking, problem solving skills, and pattern resolution. Now, there is a popular misconception about IQ being a knowledge-based test or an arithmetic test. No, it is not. It is only designed to know how an individual has the capacity to analyze and figure out things and patterns. Now let's go into history. How did IQ come about? How did the IQ test come about? The IQ test actually was the first IQ test was designed by Francis Galton. Now, in his attempt to create an IQ test, he actually failed in it. He abandoned the project because there was a non-alignment of the variables with that of the human intelligence, hence he did not proceed. But in the year 1905, there was actually a success in that field, and this was as a result of Alfred Binet, who happens to be a French psychologist, together with a French psychiatrist, Theodore Simon. And these individuals were successful in creating the first intellectual test. And the reason for that was as a reason of trying to figure out mental retardation in children. And it was based solely on verbal capacity and ability. And since then, it has been modernized till this day. We now have what we call an IQ test. Now let's talk about the interpretation of an IQ test. How do we even interpret an IQ test? How does it even come about? Okay, now let's start. When it comes to an IQ test, it is actually said to have an average score of 100. And with an average score of 100, it has a standard deviation of 15, meaning that the average humans, like majority of the world population, have their IQ test revolving around 115 to 85. That means that is about 62% of the world's population. Now let us actually analyze the other set of IQ scores. Now, if an individual has an IQ score of 70, what does this mean? What this actually means is that that individual has a very, very low intellectual capacity, and it might even be tagged to be an intellectual disability. Now, what does an individual that has 80 to 89 mean? It also means that the individual has a kind of very low average IQ score, and that's actually not high enough. But when you start seeing an individual that has an IQ score of 130, now these individuals are said to be gifted. Now, individuals that have IQ scores ranging from 160 above, now these are individuals that we regard as genius. Now, there are individuals that have those scores, yes. The great Albert Einstein was said to have had the score of 160. The great individuals like we have Marilyn Savant. She was also she has a great IQ score of over 228. We also have Gary Kasparov, who happens to be a grand chess master, and he has an IQ score of 119. We also have Christopher Hirata, who has a high IQ score of 228. We also have Christopher Harding, who has an IQ score of 197. So these individuals have accumulated very high IQ scores. But let's get to it. What is the essence of even having the high IQ scores? How can I apply it to my everyday life? What is the essence of even having an IQ test to start with? Yes, having an IQ test would actually help a medical practitioner to identify and diagnose individuals with low intellectual capacity. It is the first step to actually diagnose those with low intellect, and hence they can, find a means of helping those individuals and finding patterns and methodologies to help them out. Now let's also talk about another way that IQ scores can be utilized, and we can also use it to identify those individuals that have capable potentials. Yes, individuals that have great IQ scores are used to, they can use it to know the particular jobs that they fit in. What do I mean? There are actually some highly technical jobs that require critical thinking and logical reasoning, and with your IQ scores, they can be used, to identify them and put them in such positions. And you might be wondering what kind of positions. Yes, there are some certain military positions that actually require a very, 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 very high IQ scores. And yes, even history has it that during the First World War, the US military actually conducted an IQ test for over 1.75 million individuals to know those individuals that are actually fit to be in the US military. So yes, now we have spoken about that. Now let's talk about what are the factors that actually affect IQ. Now the factors that actually affect IQ, number one is your gene. Yes, your gene actually plays a vital role because it has been scientifically proven that over 17,000 genes plays a role in the development and the functionality of the human brain. So yes, the gene is a major factor. Another major factor has to be with the background of the child, the growth of the child, has to do with the education of the child. It has to do with so many factors, even to some extent, nutrition even plays a role. Yes, because it has been proven also that individuals that have a high consumption of alcohol and abuse drugs a lot will have their IQ scores to actually be diminished. So yes, so these things are the factors. Now let's talk about how to actually boost our IQ scores. Now how can we actually boost our IQ? Now funny enough, may I actually interest you to know that your IQ scores can actually be boosted if you play some games. Yes, there are some certain games that actually challenge you mentally. What do I mean? I'm talking about playing the game of chess. Yes, playing the game of chess, playing puzzles, Scrabbles. Now, these games actually help to boost your mental agility and actually stretch you. Yes, they help you to critically think and analyze things. And in the course of you playing these games, you don't even know that you are actually helping yourself mentally. And it has been proven medically that it has helped dementia patients. It has even had positive effects on dementia patients. Hence, these games are actually very, very essential in helping you to boost your IQ. Another way you can actually boost your IQ is actually learning a new language, because trying to learn a new language, you will actually learn a new word, learn the meaning, and this would actually help stretch your mental agility and your mental stability. Hence, this is a very good way to boost your IQ. The third way you can actually boost your IQ is actually by learning a musical instrument. If you actually learn a musical instrument, it has been said by certain researchers that children from the age of 6 to 7 have their IQ boosted after they have learned the musical instrument. Though there have been also counter research that have said that the result has been abortive in over 10,500 children. So it is not a 100% fact, but to some extent it has had a positive effect. So yes, learning a musical instrument would actually help. Another way that you can actually boost your IQ scores is actually by studying. Now, need I say this, that an IQ test is not designed to assess your knowledge. It is not designed to assess your arithmetic skills. But how does study come in? But in the course of you studying, it actually helps to boost your imagination. It actually helps to stretch your mental capacity, and in this means it is actually aiding you. Now, are there actually meals that boost your IQ? Well, no, there is no food that you can actually say if I take this food, it will actually boost my IQ. But there are actually meals that will boost your brain power. I repeat, boost your brain power, not boost your IQ. Now, what are these meals? And the meals that can actually boost your IQ are meals like salmon, the fish. Yes, salmon is actually contains omega-3 fats that would aid to in development of your cerebral cortex. We also have food like chocolate that contains antioxidants. We also have food like egg that contains choline that helps in brain development. We also have berries. This food actually help in you're boosting your brain power. Now we have analyzed all these things. There is one more thing we have to talk about, which is Does having a high IQ determine your level of success in life? This is the truth. It does not. Because having a high IQ only gives you a potential. It is a potential. It is not a destiny definer. It is not a success determinant. Because being successful will have to involve you being competitive, being passionate, having a proper work ethic, and being competitive at some certain level. But if you're just somebody who has a high IQ and you are not somebody who has other factors that would help to determine your level of success, you might still remain fixated at where you are. So let's say one way or the other, you happen to have your IQ checked and you are not in the cream de la cream, you are not in the 160s and 130s, the gifted ones and the geniuses. Does that mean that you are not going to be successful? No, it does not determine anything. Hence, I am appealing to you that regardless of where you fall, it just depends on your level of personal improvement. So having a high IQ, a low IQ, a medium IQ does not actually determine any level of success. At this level, this is where I have to appeal that you like and subscribe, because I'm sure you have enjoyed this package of education, and I hope you have been enlightened one way or the other. And I remain your humble host, Miracle. See you in my next video. Don't forget, I repeat, to like, subscribe, and share to someone who might need this information. Thank you very much. It's been an honor. Thank you.